Dubai Eye 103.8.
As we all gear up for teaching our children at home, we have discovered a silver lining. Yes, you can learn how to be an online tutor in 24 hours for free. Now, needless to say, I have pretty much zero experience of teaching my children, and there's going to be a pretty steep learning curve. So anything that can help me out sounds like a very good idea indeed. And the Hamdan bin Mohammed Smart University is offering this free course to support teachers, professors and academic staff. But it's also available to parents. And I'm joined on the line now by the Chancellor, Dr. Mansour Alawar. Hi, Dr. Mansour. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you.
Lovely to have you on the line. Now, I thought that these courses were just for teachers. And in fact, so did one of our listeners. Layla got in touch saying just the same thing. But that's not the case, is it?
No, I think this was the vision of the program, especially in those days that the Ministry of Education has announced for the distance education and distance learning. So I think the Hamdan bin Mohammed Smart University was a vision of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid. It's launched in 2002, and I think that far-sighting vision for His Highness, which enabled us today to be able to provide such on a scalable, training for all the teachers who have been somehow, with the circumstances, to be forced to go for distance learning, with having no background, how they can be able to, what is the distance learning, what is the online learning, and what are also how a class would be conducted, and how the assessment of the students going to be taking place. So we made it very simple. I mean, it's to become an online teacher in 24 hours. So it's so that's the beauty of it, to be simple and relevant to what they do.
And it is quite extraordinary that thanks to this prescience, you have already managed to train 42,000 affiliates in a very short amount of time.
I think that was, my dear, 3 days ago. Today has reached the numbers 72,000.
Really?
And it's just not only that's only in United Arab Emirates, by the way, but it's also across maybe the GCC countries, as well as far as Egypt, as far as we have clicks and registrations from the United States. And I think it's a worldwide. It's something that the United Arab Emirates today, in the form of a Hamdan Mohammed Smart University, is bringing to the world. So I think His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, who is the Crown Prince of Dubai and the President of Hamdan Mohammed Smart University, he called upon that the university must participate and contribute to the humanitarian approach in terms of education. No child should be left behind.
I mean, that really is extraordinary. This is quite a technical question, but how come the systems haven't completely crashed? It's amazing that you've managed to do so, to upscale so quickly. That's what I'm trying to say. The vision of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, when he launched the project of Hamdan bin Mohammed Smart University back in 2002, the vision is on the right path, and if we didn't have been built for the last 18 years, we wouldn't have been able to cater for the need of the people and the need of the education sector. So I think that capability, and we are the first university that all of our services that are on the cloud. So the cloud computing, actually, it enables you to be able to scale it up gradually and per use. So we can go up to 10 million, not just only 70,000. Oh, wow. So you're ready.
Yes.
You're ready for 10 million.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Well, you know what's extraordinary in these circumstances, that number could quite easily be achieved.
Yes, and also it's totally online. Once you have done your course, it would take maybe 3 to 4 hours, and you just go through a very small quiz, an easy one, and you will get your certificate online. So you print your own certificate once you complete it. But the system will control that you have already done all of the modules within the course itself and up to the test, and then the certificate of completion will be issued.
So just to make it clear, it's 24 hours worth of study. Is that right? And what?
No, the number of hours actually, it's a matter of how to become an online teacher in 24 hours, means in one day.
Oh, okay.
So
wow.
The number of actual hours that a teacher might be able to do is between 3 to 4 hours, because it's all practical. So the course shows them that this is what you do, this is how you will do it, and it's step by step. So it might take between 3 to 4 hours, that's all, in timing. But in 24 hours, you will be mastering, and how you will be an online and distance learning teacher,
and
effectively and efficiently.
And I mean, that's my question, because I suppose if it's only 4 hours of study, one might think, well, how can I learn that much in only 4 hours? But it is an effective program.
That's my dear, the game is in simplicity.
Yeah.
The simplicity is the name of the game, because the more that you will becoming theoretical, the more difficult it will become in terms of implementation. So we did it very simple. Mm-hmm. We built on our experience. We built our advancement of the pedagogical approach to people. So that's why it became very simple. So I had lots of responses from different parts of the teachers and different languages, not just on Arabic, but even on the English side. Mm-hmm. They say that it is easy to be implemented, easy to absorb. That is the name of the game, the simplicity.
And so, therefore, not only can parents do this, and I've just been on your website now, just checking it out. It's very, very easy to find. You just go to HBMSU.ac.ae, and there's a great big box that sort of comes up saying, you can do the course. Here we go. It says, be an online tutor in 24 hours. You go to Future Skills. You go to futureskills.hbmsu.ac.ae. Perfect. And so how many teachers, basically now that 72,000 teachers have gone through this, do you think they're prepared in this country to administer online learning, which does start as soon as Sunday? 72,000, the number does not include only the United Arab Emirates. It includes also other countries who are there. And the actual thing is that whether the certificate has been issued. Also, we do have statistics. Yes. In United Arab Emirates, the number of issued certificates is almost 45,000. Oh, wow. Okay, so there is...
Yes, and the numbers that we have got from the Ministry of Education on the government schools, public schools, they are 23,000. So I think we have exceeded, we offered all of this program even for the private schools without paying anything.
Oh, well, yeah, that's one of the things that I haven't brought up is the fact that it's free. And you've got another course called Design and Online
Designer course. It is actually, it makes a lot of logic. So the first course is to becoming an online teacher, getting yourself ready to become an online teacher, because you need to understand how you manage your class, and then how you identify the connecting tools, and then you do have to have a content. So this is the major three pillars for the first course. But the second course, actually, it gets into the real business of a teacher, because I need to design my offering to my students, right? Yeah. So that means how you design a classroom, how you design your lesson, how you're going to design it, what are the tools, what are the available things online. So it gets them step by step doing that. And the third will be next week we launch as well. It completes the whole cycle, which will be the assessment. How are you going to assess once you design your class, how are you going to assess your students? So the complete package of being a teacher, from the management side of it and from content providing and then the assessment. So the complete cycle, being the complete process will be offered free of charge.
So just on a personal level, and I imagine everyone listening sort of slightly feels the same way. If you're a mum or a dad and you're listening to this and you're approaching the idea of your children being at home over the next 2 weeks with a certain amount of trepidation, would you advise that I went and did this course, that anyone who's got kids at home should go and do the free Learn How to Be a Tutor online course?
Yeah, of course. It depends on the maturity of the parents and how much they involve in terms of the education part. But by all means, yes, they can. And also, we're going to provide next week, by mid of next week, a complete crash course for all parents across the United Arab Emirates in English and Arabic, and how they can place a safe environment while their child is online. And that is very, very risky, especially with the youngsters. And we provide the tips and what the parents should do and should not do, and what they have to do. So in terms of the safety, we are providing that crash course as well. And it hopefully will be launched by mid of next week.
As soon as it's up, I want to invite you back on the radio so that we can talk about that. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Sounds like the most extraordinary resource, definitely one that we should all be checking out. Dr. Mansour Al-Awar, the Chancellor of the Hamdan bin Mohammed Smart University. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is Dubai Eye 103.8.